Um, Good morning. Morning. Thank you for the likes. I'm already seeing the likes. Um, how are you guys doing? Happy Monday. 3 likes already. Thank you so much. But it seems like I'm the only one in the room. Anyway, happy Monday. Glorious week ahead. We're going to be hearing a lot of good news, I think, and I hope and I pray. Okay. So, how was your weekend, guys? And have we planned the week ahead like we were discussing in Joanna's live? Good morning, Mutle. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining the live. So, Mutle, since I'm not doing the 30 days, 30 lives, I'm trying to think of a catchy thing for my lives this June. So, I'm starting on the 3rd. I think I'll just do June weekly live streams challenge. Good morning, Linda. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing this Monday, beautiful Monday morning? Guys, it's very hot here. It's very hot here. I went for a hike yesterday, so I had a headache since last night. I woke up with it. So after this live, I'm just going to lay down, but I need to put my 30 minutes live in for the challenge. How was your weekend, guys? How was the rest of your weekend? Okay, so today I want to speak about the power of positivity. Linda said I'm blessed and gold. Nice. Oh, cold. How are you, beloved? I'm fine. I'm fine. I am excited for the new week because I'm expecting to see a lot of hours rising up from this challenge and the vlogs and everything. I don't know. You can try it. Makes it. Spend June weekdays with me. Oh, nice. Let me take a screenshot. So Alice said that if you take a screenshot when you are frozen, it unfreezes. Hopefully, when you take a screenshot when it's working, it doesn't freeze. Okay. Yeah. So we have a completely opposite weather. I'm suffering from the heat, and you guys are suffering from the cold. So I have a short message, motivation Mondays. I'll start doing that as a hashtag too, Muslim. Maybe I'll do that in my description. Lerato, good morning. How are you doing today? How is your Monday going so far? So I will do that as well. Motivation Mondays for my Monday lives because I want to start the week in a good way. Yes, go. We're definitely getting the hours. Hey, Linda. Hey, Lorato. Okay, so I want to start with the power of positive thinking. And I want to reference a Bible verse that I should have opened before this live, but I'm sure I'm going to find it because it is I know it is in Proverbs chapter 4, but I will find it. Please, please, please. Please just bear with me. I should have done this before. Proverbs 4. Let's see. Okay, I found it. So, this is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. And it says, above all things, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And in other translations, it says, guard your heart because it says, take hold of my words with all your heart and keep my commands and you will live. So the reason why I wanted to speak about this topic was because I saw a video from one of the Zimbabwean YouTubers that I look up to over the weekend, and she had not been posting on YouTube for a while. Uh-oh, one of my lashes is falling. So she had not been posting on YouTube for a while. And when she came back, she was saying that she was feeling very discouraged because of her numbers. Good morning, Jules. Thank you so much for joining. And Lerato said, good, thanks, Dre. Hi, Mushle. Good morning, Jules. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. How is your Monday morning going? So she has about 5,000, I think 700 subscribers, and her videos get a minimum of maybe 2,000 views per video. And then on Instagram, she also has some really good numbers. I forgot exactly what her following is. But she was saying that she was feeling really discouraged because the numbers are not translating to the money, because in Zimbabwe, they have a very low CPM. And she got a response from another Zimbabwean who lives in South Africa. And she was saying, well, the CPM in Zimbabwe and in South Africa is exactly the same. And I was thinking, I'm working so hard for these numbers to get monetized, but someone who's already monetized and who has higher numbers than me is already feeling discouraged because of how much they're making. And I, for about 30 minutes, started discouraging myself from actually continuing on this journey with the same motivation that I have right now. I was going to continue on YouTube. And I was going to continue fighting to get monetized, but the energy for that 30 minutes had gone really low. I was just thinking, okay, I'll just do it. Why? Because of what I had. I want to put this correctly. What I had let enter into my eye gate, my ear gate, because of what she was saying. Of course, she was speaking about her own circumstance, and she was talking about what she was going through, and that is her reality. But as someone I was looking up to, hearing that from her meant that I got a little bit demotivated, because what am I fighting for if the person I'm looking up to is not getting the numbers I think she should be getting? So I say all this to say that we need to be careful about what we listen to, what we watch, and what we read, what we see, what we scroll through on social media, because it has the power to encourage or discourage you. Good morning, Seville. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. So there is a correlation between what you watch, what you listen to, and what you put out, because the things that you store in your heart or in your mind, or what you think about yourself, either motivates you to do what you want to do or not. So that's why I titled this The Power of Positive Thinking. Now, we have a very good community amongst ourselves that is absolutely encouraging towards each other. But something I also love about this community is that we give each other constructive criticism. Now, there's a very big distinction between just criticism and constructive criticism. And I would like to speak about us taking that to heart as well, because I recently put up a poll or a question on my Instagram, and I was asking people, what would you like to see from me, right? And most of the comments that I got were very constructive. They were telling me, oh, we would like more content, if you could do bi-weekly, if you could do some story times, if you could tell us about your career and your journey. And then one comment said, you should work on your editing because it gets boring. It was a hit to me for about 30 minutes. And I thought to myself, so is my content boring? But then I switched to what she said, work on your editing. Because for some time, I think I wasn't really putting as much work into the editing as I could have. And recently, we were speaking about angles with Muhle and Joanna. So it's something that I should have taken as constructive, but that word boring, it hit me harder than it was supposed to hit me. But I think that it's important that as we are growing together, when we see that something is not going the way it should, as we see each other's potential, we speak about it to each other in a constructive way. For example, I was on Alice's live over the weekend. I think it was on Saturday. And she was saying that my vlogs are too short. So as people are trying to enjoy, or as they are about to enjoy my vlog, it cuts short. And she was also advising me that if people watch only half of my vlog and it's 30 minutes, I have 15 minutes. But if it's 10 minutes, I only have 5 minutes. And then Mutle was telling me about how to check, your watch hours and your analytics and everything. And I did that over the weekend after you spoke about that, Muhle. And I realized that, yes, with my shorter videos, I have shorter watch hours. And with my longer videos, I have more. So this is what I'm talking about. We should not be in an echo chamber of people just telling us, oh, you're doing great. We're going to support, we're going to watch, because that actually doesn't help us grow. But the way we deliver the message and with the community that we have built, we know that whatever criticism we give each other, it's very constructive because we want all of us to win. So let me go through the comments before I continue. My Monday morning is great. That's good to hear, Jules. I'm doing fine as well. Just fighting this heat. Mutle says, yes, we can sometimes take the experience of others and project that possible experience to our lives. I'm glad you were able to go back to thinking positively. Thank you, Mutle. It was a tough 30 minutes, but I had to just move myself out of that. Seville said, I like your exercise training. Thank you very much, Seville. I have found that those are my most watched videos and I get the most hours from those videos. So I will definitely continue to do those. Mutle says, my word, the it gets boring wasn't necessary. Exactly, Mutle. Like, and it's because when I asked the question, I gave people an anonymous link, right? Because I wanted people to be free enough to talk to me. Because when I just post a question on my Instagram, a lot of people don't answer, I think, because they don't want to be truthful, they don't want to be hurtful. But when I put that poll, it was anonymous, so said it gets boring. So I was just like, okay. Seville said your English is so good. Thank you so much, Seville. Dr. Amy, good morning. How are you doing? Lungi, thank you so much for joining. Good morning. How are you doing? Okay, greetings. Fighting heat, so freezing here. I'm telling you. Yesterday I had to sleep with the fan. This morning, right now I had to switch on the AC because I was sweating and I don't want to be sweating on live. Okay, Dr. Amy said, I'm good. I'm going on a trip at the airport. Ooh, is this a celebratory trip, Dr. Amy? Are you going to celebrate 1K? Hey. I'm happy for you. I love traveling and I hope you enjoy your trip. Journey misses to you. Okay. Dr. Amy said, I wish. Yes, Lungi is asking where you were going. I love traveling too. Dr. Amy's always traveling. Yes, she is. She is. That is a goal of mine, actually, traveling around the world and reading the UK. Okay. It's summer-ish in the UK, so hopefully you enjoy the weather there. But sometimes it will be raining, I guess. Everyone I speak to from the UK is always complaining about their summer. Safe travels, Dr. Amy. Yes, Dr. Amy. Everyone is wishing you well with your traveling. I hope so too. It's raining here. Okay, so the reason why I spoke about that Bible verse at the beginning is because I was watching Tamara and she was speaking about gratitude. I was also watching Dineo and she was also speaking about gratitude. And something that caught my attention in Tamara's video was she said, what if God was only going to give you, or you will only be left with the things you have thanked God for, right? So I'll say that again. What if in your life, you're only going to be left with the things that you thanked God for today? Not yesterday, last month, or I don't know, but today. So that is to say, start your morning with, yes, her video on contentment, exactly. So start your morning with gratitude because we have so many things to be thankful for. And when you start your morning on a positive note, and when you already know what you have, it gives you motivation to work on more. It gives you motivation just to be joyful throughout the day, actually, because I think that a lot of things come out of joy and come out of the pleasure of doing the things that you like, that you desire. So I really think that we should apply that every morning. So for example, when I wake up, first of all, I am grateful that I am alive. And I spoke about this before. I'm grateful that I can move because I'm a really active person. I love moving. And then I move on to the fact that I had a bed. I was warm, or I was cool enough to enjoy my night. Then the provision of that day, I'm not going to be thinking about where am I going to get my next meal from. That is very important as well. The fact that I have Wi-Fi, because I'm working towards a goal, right? So I have Wi-Fi enough to go on live, watch people's videos, edit, all of that. That is money, right? Not a lot of people can afford that. The fact that I have this beautiful, supportive community that gives me pointers whenever I'm going astray, that encourages me and that joins my lives every morning. Those are hours that you're taking out of your busy schedules to spend time with me. And I greatly appreciate that. I'm blessed. And I'm very grateful for those things. So once I list all of the things that are going well in my life from the morning, then I have a positive attitude with everything that I do. And remember, how you start your morning really shapes the rest of your day. So that's why you're also encouraged to make your bed as soon as you get out. Why? Because that is your first accomplishment for the day. So your bed is done and you can go on to the next accomplishment, then the next accomplishment. But if you wake up and you don't do your bed, you stay in your pajamas, for example, and then you're just moving around the house, you are not going to get that energy to do anything other than just lie around or not do anything productive. So the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes of your morning are very important to stay positive for the rest of the day. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Right. Okay, so Dr. Amy is thanking everyone for the travel mercies. People are connecting with each other. Jules said, yes, we'll visit later to watch your videos properly after the live stream. Thank you. Precious, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the live, and Dr. Amy said gratitude for life. Exactly. That is the biggest blessing, I think. The fact that we are able to see another day. Lerato said, indeed, let's connect, Jules. I missed that Dre, whose video on contentment. Her name is Tamara, and her channel name, because she does this with her daughter, is Tamara and Zoni. Unfortunately, I can't write the channel name, but I will share the video on my posts after the live. I pray I remember, but I will try and do it after the live. I'll share her channel and the particular video on my community posts. We can't even finish talking about it. So many things to be grateful for. Very true, Dr. Amy. Very true. Yesterday I went for a hike, and it was a new area that I went to. And as I was walking, I was hearing a lot of things in the bushes. None of them attacked me. I was grateful for that. And I was just grateful for the fact that as I was walking, I was looking down, and the views I was seeing. God is the most amazing artist. God creates the most beautiful things, and it's free. You can just go out in nature and just admire such beauty. That was something to be very grateful for as well. Yes, Dr. Amy, I am truly blessed. Mikado, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. Precious said, practicing gratitude. Yes, Precious. Lungi said, we're truly blessed, Ray. One thing, we are just used to complaining that we miss it. Lungi, I don't know if I am going to, I'll try and list that down as something that I'll speak on in these lives as well, because we have gotten into a habit of complaining, and it's like a culture, especially in Zimbabwe. It is a culture. Even if things are going well in your life, I don't know if people are afraid of being bewitched or what, I don't know, but when someone greets you and asks you how you are, after saying you are fine, you now say, but you know, the things that are, this economy, this country, everything is just, we are in a habit of complaining, and really understand that the power of life and death is in the tongue. So if you're constantly speaking negativity upon your life, upon the country, upon the politics, what exactly do we expect to happen? So Lungi, I think I will, let me note that down, because tomorrow I will be speaking about Atomic Habits, and I was just watching your book review on that, complaining habits. So yes, I will speak about that in one of the lives this week. Lungi and Jules, you could lose yourselves. Okay, Kado, welcome. Everyone is greeting Kado. Yes, Dr. Amy just wrote the name for Lerato. Yes, Lerato was asking for the name. It is Tamara and Zoni. Lungi said, travel safe. Please vlog. Yes, please, Dr. Amy. Please, the the content. Lungi, there was so many things scurrying away in the bushes. I don't know exactly what it was, but I could hear them. God is creative. Yes, he is the creator. The creator. He is so beautiful. She's grateful she was not attacked by anything, Linda, because let me tell you something that's very contradictory, right? I love nature a lot. I am in love with nature. But you see those creepy things that are in nature, I am afraid. If you just speak about them, I can't go outside. So sometimes, because if I'm going for a walk, I pass through this little bushy area, I ask myself, 3 4 times. Do I really want to go on this walk? Because what if something comes out? So yeah, I'm afraid of creepy crawly things, but I love being in nature, so I'm very contradictory. Lungi, I'm vlogging, nearly missed the train for that, Dr. Amy. This is what happens to content creators. We are always late because of trying to create content. But thank you so much, Dr. Amy. Look forward to watching the vlog. Luni said she's laughing, Dr. Amy, bet that you almost missed it. Yeah. Thank God you didn't. I dislike complaining so much, Trey. Please do note it. I have Lungi. I will speak on it this week. Dr. Amy said, I thought my kids have a gratitude journal. I taught my kids to have a gratitude journal. It's going well, but you see their innocence, you learn a lot. Yes, Dr. Amy, that is so true. I think that that's also going to be another topic, but if we want to live a healthy, happy life, we need to learn from children because they are grateful for the smallest things. I remember I was watching a TikTok of a young man. For Christmas, the parents wrapped an avocado for him as a Christmas present. He was so happy. Oh, thank you so much. An avocado. I love avocados. And then they gave him his real gift after. But that's just how children are. They are so grateful for the little things. And that's great that you introduced that to them. I also have a gratitude journal that I write down first thing in the morning. Complaints are signs of ungratefulness. Yes, Dr. Linda. And sometimes I think that I called you Dr. Linda. Please just receive it. Complaints sign of ungrateful. Yes, I think that I don't know what it is, but especially in Zimbabwean culture, some people complain just to belong. There's a sense of belonging in, oh, this person is complaining, so let me not make it seem like my life is going well. But imagine if you say, oh, but things are going well on my side, and this is how I did it. People can learn from your success rather than trying to mask it just because you want to have a sense of belonging in complaints. Lerato is thanking Dr. Amy. Someone was a grateful bee for a bee they saw. Really? That's beautiful. If I saw a bee, I would run, but your children are grateful for it. Amazing, amazing. I must try that with my babies. Yes, it's something good to start at an early age because they will definitely grow with it and grow up with that attitude. Kado said, thanks for welcoming, ladies. I'm just a bit busy, but I'm listening. Thank you, Makado. We know you are a busy bee, and thank you so much for joining. Baby's innocence and happiness will melt your heart, really, honestly. We need to learn a lot from them. Lungi said, I missed that stage, Dr. Amy, of being innocent. Yes, me too. I watch cartoons anytime that I'm feeling overwhelmed, actually. I watch cartoons, one of my favorite cartoons. I'll just play it. Thank God on YouTube, you'll find a lot of replays of cartoons that you watched, and because of that, it soothes me. It just takes me back to that place in life where, you know, things were easier. Everything I wanted, I would just have to cry for my parents to get it, and they would. Melanie, thank you so much for joining. She said, finally I managed to join one of your lives. Thank you so much. Lerato, Dr. Amy is sending love. Lungi, we all do. Dr. Linda, yes, she must receive. It's coming in one way or another. Jules said, true, children with little or nothing, they are always grateful, especially coming from those they look up to sometimes. Very true, Jules. And I think that, number one, it comes from innocence, and it also comes from gratefulness because they really don't have to work towards the things that they get. So anything that they get, they're truly grateful for. Just like we don't work towards having life, right? The fact that we're waking up, that's something we should just be grateful for, because we did absolutely nothing to deserve that. But God just said, look, I'm giving you another day, another year in this life. So we have a lot to be grateful for. More doctors. Yes, Dr. Amy, more. Complaining, gossip, not my world. Yes, yeah, gossip. Never that. Never that, Lungi. I do not want that at all. Boarding now. Thank you, Dr. Amy, for staying with us before your boarding. Thank you so much. Safe trip, Dr. Amy. Mutle said, I think there's levels to it, Yazi Linda. The complaints, not all complaints are a sign of ungratefulness, in my opinion. Hey, Cardo. Um, yes, Mutle. So, Linda said they're a sign of ungratefulness. And I also mentioned that sometimes people complain because it's a sign of belonging. But I also don't want to take away from the fact that people are in situations where it warrants complaining. So when the situation is not good, the political situation is not good, the financial situation is not good, the general economic situation is not good, the family situation is not good, but we can't wallow in what the situation is. And unfortunately, a lot of people spend most of their times complaining, and they don't look for a solution. So yes, things are not well, but I've complained about it for a day, I've complained about it for 2 days, but complaining is not going to change the situation. So what are the steps that I'm going to make things different and to change things? Because if we just stay in that situation of complaining, it doesn't work. So I'll give an example of my village, my paternal village. It is a small village whereby there we are blessed to have a very good school, a very good hospital, because when the missionaries came to those areas, they would build a school and a hospital, so they're still very functional and very good. So health and education wise, things are fine, but there is no development, so no running water, no electricity. But within that community, there are people who have been innovative enough to first sow more, harvest more, and turn that money into something else. So there are people who have built townhouses in the village, and there are people who have installed solar panels, so they have electricity now. Running water is a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit more expensive, but the rest of the people in that village would want to complain about how the situation is. And I'm not saying everyone is capable of moving out of poverty, but you can move to a different level in your life if you actually take the steps to eradicate whatever situation you're in. Linda said, hence Jesus says, truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you'll never enter the kingdom of heaven. I love that, Linda. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you. Linda saying, yes, Mutle, there are levels to it. Melanie said, I also agree with Mutle. I think not every complaint is a sign of ungratefulness. Sometimes you complain just to ease your pain or express the frustration going on at that particular moment. Yes, Melanie, that is absolutely true. And I also think that we have people to complain to, we have a person to complain to, and it is good to relieve your stress. And what we just need to do is move out of that place of complaint. Give yourself time to complain about something, then think of how to get yourself out of that situation. Sometimes complaining is a cry for help. Exactly. So also, I think it's very important that we know who we complain to and who we share our problems and troubles with, because sometimes you complaining means that your story or your issues are out there in the world when you wouldn't want them to. Please, friends, this kind of gives me a flashback to ask, is complaint nagging? I think, as Mutle said, there's levels to it. It depends on exactly how you are complaining. Because if you continuously complain about something over and over again without asking for a solution or creating a solution, I think it can turn to nagging, depending on who you're complaining about that too. But I think, no, complaints, like everyone is saying, it can be ungratefulness, it can be a cry of help, it can be something to ease your pain, it can be you just venting out a situation that you're going through. But depending on the frequency and who you're saying it to, how you're saying it can turn into nagging. Mutle says, yes, the difference comes when someone decides to do something about it. If you complain and do nothing, then exactly, Mutle. I think sometimes we're just venting, not really complaining. Yes, Linda, I agree. Sometimes we just need to ease, like Melanie says, just to ease the pain. And yeah, it's important, again, who we complain to. Joanna, good morning. Good morning. How are you today? So, guys, I have I think I'll make this about 40 minutes. So I have about 4 minutes with you guys. So I will be rounding up. Lungi said there's a thin line between complaining and nagging. That is true. Absolutely true. Because there's a quote that I always like to refer back to that says, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if I am complaining about the way someone is treating me or the way someone is speaking to me, and I decide to, number one, stay in that situation, or stay and listen to the complaining, or stay and listen to the ill treatment, then I am complaining over and over again, expecting the other person to change, but I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Why am I expecting a different result? So I think that's where the line comes through, Lungi. How long are you going to complain if you're not going to do something about it? And if you're complaining to a person who doesn't understand that what they're doing is wrong, they will just look at it as nagging. Good morning, Lucy. How are you doing today? Lungi said, yes, Lucy, I also want to say, you see Lucy in yellow when I read you. Okay. Oh, yes, because it says just Lucy Brown. Hey, Mushle, Lugstar, and Lucy. Lugi always starts our morning with a good laugh. So yes, going back to as I round up, going back to okay, so Joanna said, true, I believe complaining does cloud your mind to see the positivity of life. Yes, exactly. Oh, really, I'm glad. Yes, Lungi, you always start our mornings off with a positive note. So we are grateful for that as well. We're grateful for these lives because we start our mornings on a really positive light. Then we join in the afternoon, we join in the evening. Sometimes it's a therapy session, sometimes we're learning something, sometimes we're just joking, but it really helps a lot of us. So I'm also grateful that we have this kind of platform. So going back to the topic, guys, there is power in positive thinking. So even when things are tough and even after we complain, I think it is very important for us to go back to the drawing board and find out what we can do to change the situation. And also, as we are complaining about whatever situation that is there, like Joanna said, if we start our mornings with gratitude, right? The economy is really bad. I think globally the economy is really bad. It's very hard to sustain our lives with the current setup we have financially. We are working towards monetization. The views, the subs, the engagement is low. But what are the things, the list of things that we are grateful for? So if we start our morning with that, no matter what comes during the day, the next morning we're going to remember the things that we can be grateful for, and it will definitely help us in making better decisions in terms of moving forward. Joanna said yes, definitely therapy sessions to take do take place in these lives. Yes, all the time. I agree, Linda. So guys, thank you so much for joining the live. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about habits. I'm going to be referring to the book Atomic Habits, and I hope you can join me. I don't know exactly what time I will go on live, but I will try and put notification an hour before, 30 minutes before. Thank you so much for joining. We currently have 10 people in the live, but only 9 likes. So please, if you haven't liked the live, please do so before I move out. Joanna said, oh, I'm late. I think I'm early. I think I always go early. And because everyone is doing something very early in the morning, and because of our time difference as well, I'm going to try during this June to do some lives in the evening. I'm going to try my hardest. Lungi said, and I'm never ready for these therapy sessions. I'm grateful for them, but they take me off guard. When I tell you how emotional I've gotten in these lives, they always catch me off guard. But that's also something that helps us to release, to be quite honest. It eases the pain, it eases the venting. Sometimes it opens up things that we thought weren't there, or some things that we have repressed. So it's good to share with people that we feel comfortable with. I think within this community, we find out just how genuine we are towards each other. So it's easy to share and open up. Yes, Tumi said, good morning, everyone. I'm late. Yes, unfortunately, Tumi, I always come early, but I'll try and do better next time. Do you know the time range? At least you'll be live tomorrow. Between your 10 and your 12. So 10 in the morning to 12. So I was hoping to go only for 30 minutes today. But the conversation keeps flowing. So but between 10 and 12, I will go live tomorrow. Lucy said, indeed, Joanna. Same here, Lungstar. Like, dear, thank you, Makada. Seated and back. Dr. Amy, that is great. My time difference here is a bit wild from Africa. So where are you, Melanie? So I can tell you exactly what time it will be. I enjoyed this session. Thanks, Dre. God bless. Thank you so much, Linda. Mutle said, these lives are such great therapy. Realized this yesterday. Yes, definitely, Mutle. Joanna said, yo, we don't get emotional. We do get emotional, shame. I'm so grateful to still the community. Yes, we are so grateful for the community. Thank you, Dre. I enjoy this live. Thank you, Lerato. Okay, guys. So, yes, the live. My time difference is a bit okay. So Melanie, I'm assuming that you are in America, because I am in the European area and we have basically the same time as Africa. So if you are in America, I think now this is 11. This is very early for you. Very, very early, I think. But yes, let me just search it quickly. What time is it now? Yeah, very early, right? It's 4 a.m. So between 4 and 6 a.m. that will be my time to go live. But I promise that during these lives in June, I'm going to start one a little bit later. Hey to me, Dr. Amy. Did not see you guys there. Thank you all. God bless you. Okay, guys, I have it covered. When you mention 10, then I know what time to come online. Okay, Melanie. Hey to me. Hey, Georgia, darling. Okay, guys, so I will be ending the live in. Okay, I'm giving everyone a minute to say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And I'll see you guys in someone else's live this afternoon, I'm sure. Goodbye, Linda. Goodbye, Lunyi. Goodbye, Lucy. I was about to say the name that Lunyi said. Goodbye, Melanie. Goodbye, Joanna. Goodbye, Lungstar. Goodbye to me. Mushle, goodbye everyone. Seeing at 11. Okay, you're going live at 11. Great. I'll join in like 15 minutes. Bye, guys. To me, bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Lungi, I'm going to park on your channel now. Okay, great. All right, guys. See you in Mushle's live.